single day. I'm gonna make something great.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2018 Nissan Navara. It's a 2.3 DCI Tekna, 190 brake horsepower, 59,000 miles, full service history. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we found them really popular because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here in person. They're very in depth and I'll go around each panel individually. I'll look at the wheels and the tyres individually. Once we've done that, we'll have a look in the back, have a look inside. I'll show you the seats, have a look at the functionality inside, have a look at the steering wheel, dash, everything that you would do if you were here in person. I'll even tell you what it smells like inside. Once I've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, we'll have a look under there, and then finally we'll have a look underneath the vehicle. Obviously, once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it, and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you want to buy it but you want to do it on finance, we'll ask you for a deposit to cover the VAT. An application takes about 5 minutes, and we can usually get you a decision within an hour or two. In most cases, you can drive it away the same day, or we can arrange delivery. Right, so I'm going to start with the bonnet and then we'll work our way around. I will apologise, it's a bit wet. I've just given it a quick wash. I always like to do that before I video it, just to make sure I can see, obviously, if there's any bits on it, so I can point them out to you. Right, so we'll go from the bonnet and then we'll go from there. I can tell you there's hardly anything on it in regards to marks or dents, but obviously I will show you if any can see any. Bonnet's in great condition, no obvious damage on it at all that I can see. Certainly no obvious marks, scratches or dents. Do see sometimes on this front part here some stone chips, and there are a couple, but there's not many and they're not massive. That's the size of a pinhead, and there's a couple of others there, and also two there. Well, that's it. Driver's side headlight is in great condition, there's no damage. Front grille's in great condition as well, no damage. And also passenger light. Front bumper is in really good shape, no obvious damage this side. However, there's a couple of little tiny marks here. Again, just stone chips, nothing serious. And obviously if you were really bothered, you could touch them in. There's also another one there, and also a little one there as well. Onto the passenger side wing, again it's in great condition, there's no obvious marks, scratches or dents. It's in nice order. Couple of tiny little stone chips that have flicked up here and here. Not bad, but it's just there. Right. On the windscreen there's no cracks, no stone chips, and it's in good order. Passenger side mirror, good condition, no damage. Both sides. Right, so let's go down the passenger side. Again, the same principle. I'm looking for any marks, any scratches or any dents. And hopefully you can see from the video it's in fantastic shape. Try and show you as best I possibly can. And hopefully you can see from that it's in really great order. Tinted windows to the rear. Onto the rear quarters. You will notice on these there are two fuel caps. This side is your fuel, the other side is your AdBlue. That means that this vehicle is a ULEZ vehicle, or ultra low emission zone compliant, which means if you go into London, soon to be Derby, Nottingham, Bristol and a few others, it means that you won't be paying that congestion charge because it's a low emission vehicle. Tail light. Passenger side is in great shape, no damage at all, no misting, it's nice and clean. Right, so we'll look at the wheels and tyres. Passenger side front is in great shape, no damage. It's a Continental tyre with plenty of tread, I'd guess at 4 or 5 mil. Passenger side rear, again wheels in nice condition, there's no damage. It's a Continental tyre, And again, there's lots of tread. Right, so on to the tailgate. And hopefully, as you can appreciate from that, it's in great order. There's no damage, no marks or no scratches. Rear bumper, you'll notice that these have got reversing sensors, and also it's got that 360-degree camera as well, which I will show you working when I get in there. It's got a tow bar. These will tow 3.5 ton, and it's got the older style 8-pin electrics. Right, down the driver's side. So again, tail lights in great condition. There's no damage, no misting. Let's go down the side onto the quarter, and again, it's in nice shape. No damage at all. Tell you what I didn't do, I didn't go into the back. Let's have a quick look in the back. So in the back, the plastics are nice and clean. There's no obvious scraping or damage on it, which means obviously it's not had a hard life, which is nice to see. Everything's nice and clean. These tailgates as well, they're quite nice and light. A lot of them are very heavy. Quite easily do that with one hand, no problem at all. So back onto the rear quarter. And as you can see, it's nice and clean. There's no damage on it at all. Very straight. Let's have a look at the driver's side rear wheel and tyre. Again, it's a Bridgestone tyre. Wheels nice and clean. Tyre looks new. Right, on the back, again, paint's in great condition. Onto the roof, and as you can see, it's nice and clean. There's no damage on there at all. So let's go down the driver's side. Again, the same principle as the other side. I'm looking for any marks, any scratches or any dents. And it's in great shape. There's nothing to show you on there. So on to the driver's side front wing, and again, nothing to show you. Nice and clean. So driver's side front wheel and tyre. Wheels in good condition. There's no damage. It's a Continental tyre, and there's about 4 or 5 mil, so it's matching to the front. Right, so obviously it's a Tekna. So it's got a really good level of spec. As long as you've got your keys in your pocket, as you can see, it's locked. You can just press this button, that will unlock it. Same for starting it, etc. As long as it's in your keys in your pocket, in your bag, in your wallet, they're only small, then obviously the vehicle will start. It has got 2 key fobs, as you can see. As you see, they're not very big. Right, so driver's side door card is in great condition. There's no damage. Nice and clean. Obviously, electric windows ×4, they do work. Not when the ignition's not off, they don't. It's got electric folding mirrors and mirror control. Driver's seat is in good condition. Bolsters are really nice and firm. There is a little bit of rubbing on the seat there. It does happen, unfortunately. Seat is fully electric, and everything works as it should. If you watch this part here, you can pump that up as well. There is a funny little white mark on the leather. I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't feel like the leather's actually damaged though. Right, so let me get in. Let's start it up. And as you can probably hear, it fires into action straight away, no problems at all. There's no warning lights on the dashboard, apart from obviously brake light, and I'm not wearing my seatbelt. But everything else, nothing on it. Fires into action straight away, no problems. All the windows work. As you can see. So, start with the steering wheel. To the right hand side is your cruise control, and then the lower part is your voice command, and also you can hang up your phone and answer from there. A nice thing that I didn't actually know until recently was that if you press and hold that, let's say you've got an iPhone, you can go onto your phone and that will talk to your phone, so you can have like Siri control on that, which I think is pretty cool. To the left hand side is your media center and also your volume. Right, so let's have a look at the media center first. Let's start with the reversing camera, because that's a really pretty cool piece of kit. So you pop it in reverse. To the left hand side you get your 360 degree view, which is obviously really good. A bit gimmicky, I suppose, but you know, it does work. It's nice to have it. And then to the right hand side is basically your rear view, so when you're reversing up to hitch something up, caravan, trailer, whatever, then you can do that. What I quite like is if you in your reverse, well, obviously this is a little bit gimmicky on the left, what you can do is if you press a camera button, it will give you your left hand view. Now in my mind, driving a trailer, a caravan or whatever, that's your important side, because obviously when you're reversing up, you don't want to damage your wheels, you don't want to knock any kids over or anything like that. So I think that actually that's priceless. But another good thing is if you're in camera mode, if you put it in drive, it will give you your forwards view. So I mean, if you're going up to a wall, for instance, and you don't want to damage your front bumper, that's quite a nice option as well. Let's pop that in park, take the camera off. On the nav system, quite a nice system, I think. It works really well, but I like the fact that you can pinch and you can move it. So obviously if you've got a touchscreen phone, it will feel very similar to that, and it does work really well, to be honest with you, and this is one of the only ones that does do that. You can move it on your finger on the Ranger, but I don't think you've got the same pinch ability and things like that. It's quite nice to see. On the system, if you click on radio, let's turn the volume down, you have got pre-populated DAB, so whichever area you're in, if you click on your DAB list, it will give you the radio stations that are available for you. I quite like the fact that if you're going on a journey and let's say you're on hot 80s and your signal goes down, it will research it for you and then get it right for where you are, so you can stay on the same channel, which I think is quite cool. Some of the other extras on the media system include My Apps, which is Facebook, Google, and you can add others, things like Waze, which I quite like. And you just have to have your phone plugged in down here to the USB. It has got switchable dual zone climate control. We'll come back off that. Let's just try, it's not exactly the weather for putting your aircon, but let's give it a whirl. Put it onto low, air conditioning's on, whack it up, and yeah, that works. It's freezing. So that's quite nice, and obviously it does heat up as well in the winter, which is nice. Dashboard is in great condition. There's no damage. Everything's nice and clean. Everything looks nice and smart. Everything you'd expect, really. Passenger seat, the bolsters are really firm. Materials are really nice and clean. If I'm honest, I think it's probably not been sat in very much at all. Obviously these are one of them vehicles where, with being VATable and a commercial style vehicle, lots of people use them as a company vehicle, so like a company car if you like, because obviously you can get your claim and expenses back. In the back, again, seats are really very clean. Don't look like they've been used very much, if at all. Headline is in great condition. Again, there's no damage. Everything's nice and clean. And I can tell you, as an ex-smoker, it's not been smoked in. There's no nasty smells inside. It's just got a neutral smell. So that's quite nice. It's got a 7-speed automatic gearbox that delivers, I think on these it states between 40 and 45 miles per gallon, and that is actually realistic. It's going to depend on how you drive, obviously, but with the AdBlue, the 2.3 and the turbo engine, it is phenomenally economical, which is obviously great. Nice to see. We sold one to a lady in Scotland, and by the time she was home, she was averaging 47 miles per gallon, which I think is pretty phenomenal. Right, so onto the equipment again. You've got cup holders in the front with heated seats, which are high and low, and they do work perfectly. You've got an armrest with 12-volt socket. Everything's nice and clean on the armrest as well. Everything looks nice and smart, and it works perfectly. Obviously the engine's been running while I've been talking to you. It doesn't miss a beat. They are a phenomenal vehicle anyway, and obviously they've got that 5 years or 100,000 miles manufacturer's warranty, which passes on to the new owner as well. So that's obviously fantastic. It's got switchable 4-wheel drive, You know, you can do it, switch it over while you're driving up to about 30 miles an hour. My advice would be not to do that. I would suggest put it in park or pop it in neutral. It's only going to prolong the life of your gearbox at the end of the day. You've got hill descent, and also you can lock and unlock your vehicle from here, and it does work perfectly. Right, so switch the engine off, pop the bonnet, in the back, everything's nice and clean. There is a little bit of paint lift on the driver's side rear. Do see this quite a lot, if I'm honest, usually more so on the driver's armrest where people have rubbed the knee on it. Basically it's a black plastic unit that's been painted silver, so they do come off. Rear seats are in fantastic condition. Everything's really nice and clean, very, very clean actually, and it's in nice order. No obvious damage, and everything looks good. Underneath these seats, when you lift them up, here's your toolkits. So, etc. And obviously you can lift those up if you want, and then you've got like that extra little bit of space in the back as well if you need it. Let's have a look under the bonnet. So I've mentioned the manufacturer's warranty. It's worth mentioning it again. You've got to keep up with your service history to keep it in place. This vehicle has got full service history, which is bang up to date, no issues at all. So obviously as long as you keep it in line with that, then you've got your manufacturer's warranty for 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. But as you can see, this has been maintained really well. It is superb under here. No signs of any oily residue on the turbo. All the fluids are clean and up to the correct levels. I don't know if you know this, but if your battery ever goes flat, don't go and replace it or call the RAC. Contact Nissan and they will replace that under the manufacturer's warranty for you for free. Always worth remembering that. Under the engine bay, everything looks tidy. As you can hopefully see from that, it's not been cleaned. As you can tell by there's little bits of leaves and stuff under there, which I prefer to see, if I'm honest with you, because obviously I, as a person buying a truck or a car, need to see obviously if it's had any oil leaks, and this hasn't had any, which is nice to see. And it's 2018, it's not done a great deal, has it, to be fair. Belts look in good condition, obviously, they're not very old, 2 years. Okay, hopefully I've shown you all you need to see under there. Let's have a quick look underneath. So there's no signs of any historic oil leaks underneath, that's good. Everything's nice and dry underneath. Again, no signs of any oil leaks on anything. No real shock for a vehicle of this age, to be fair, but obviously we do like to be completely transparent. So it's a brand new tyre, looks like a Continental. I think it's a steel. I'm not sure, it might be an alloy. They all look the same at the back. But everything looks nice and tidy under there anyway. So to summarise, the vehicle's in fantastic condition. All the paintwork's really good. A few little stone chips, but nothing serious. Certainly no dents. Everything's in nice order. Inside, everything's really nice and clean, and it smells nice. No damage on the interior at all, just a few little tiny little bits as you'd expect. So hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here in person. Obviously if you think I've missed something, please just ask for James G, and I will sort that for you, no problems at all. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with me. I realise it's a long video at 19 minutes, but hopefully you'll see the worthwhile of it. Stay safe, bye bye.